outstanding footballer, has all the skills. Number 8 is Teddy McCarthy. Played so brilliantly against Dublin in the home league final. Hurler and footballer, strong man of the Cork midfield. And if McCarthy and Tompkins are the conventional midfield pair in current Cork football, read it a three-man midfield with this man, Barry Coffey, one of the best high ball catchers in the game. Now a check on the New York starting 15. Some familiar names, but some unfamiliar. But a man who knows them all because he does the play-by-play here in Gaelic Park every Sunday is Tommy Smith. Tommy's from Knockbridge, just outside Dundalk. So I suppose Tommy, charity will begin at home now.
Charity definitely begins at home, and we're going to keep this an all-out affair because the first man we'll talk about is Aidan Wiseman. And Aidan has been drafted in today to lead the attack from the 40 yards, and New York are expecting a lot for him. Of course, their midfielder, Padraig Dunn, is very well known. Padraig had won an All-Ireland medal with Offaly, and he was a great player for Gracefields, and he has been the trainer and he's the captain today, so New York are looking for him to dominate in the middle of the field. A little back in the back line, the anchor of the defence probably will be JP O'Kane. JP is wearing an unfamiliar number for him today, I believe, number 6, but he feels that he'll be strong enough to hold down the half-forward line coming in on top of him.
He's a man who played for Louth as well.
That's correct, yeah. He started his career actually with Antrim, I believe, and then he moved on to Louth, playing with Kilkerley and St Joseph's Club in Louth. So we're kind of keeping it an all-Louth affair, Jimmy.
There's an interesting man at number 13, right corner forward.
Yes, he's one of the two American products on the team, if you could call them that. They have both come up through the minor board here at Gaelic Park. That's Terry Connaughton. Terry has a lethal left foot. Many of you who might have seen him play against Tipperary in the 84 quarter-final remember a brilliant goal he scored. And there's also one other very interesting young man on the team because he's also a young man from New York, Dave McSweeney, who is going to be Padraig Dunn's partner in the middle of the field. And it's a big occasion for them because last year they were in junior football. They won the junior championship, and this is their first big senior game.
And our match referee today from County Westmeath, one of the very best in Gaelic games, is Paddy Collins. So it's on. That's Padraig Dunn with the first touch, and Kenny O'Reilly runs into Conor Coonahan. Now Teddy McCarthy for Cork. Harry Tompkins with a knock on to John O'Driscoll. Good interception by Jim Donohoe. Overcarrying. Free to Cork, and a chance surely for Larry Tompkins, his first score of the league final. Just a minute gone. And Larry Tompkins, as is his wont, over the bar, and Cork take the lead. Tompkins slaps it down. In goes Barry Coffey. Plays so well as a third midfielder in this Cork setup. Teddy McCarthy. Dennis Allen rises for it with Vinnie Hatton. Nice knockdown by Allen. Now this is Riley, the left half forward, clearing it. Jimmy Kerrigan. Jimmy Kerrigan beaten by Terry Connaughton. Aidan Wiseman. Back to Connaughton, or Connaughton as they call him here. McSweeney, Dave McSweeney. Now Padraig Dunn from Offaly, the New York trainer. And that was a chance for the equaliser, and Padraig Dunn doesn't need to be told he spurned it. Kenny Riley knocking down. This is Michael Slocum, impressive wing back for Cork right through this league season. Great fetch by John O'Driscoll. Nice dummy in as well. Larry Tompkins is his support on the right. JP O'Kane goes to challenge. Tompkins looks up. Tompkins scores. Cork 2 points. Tompkins 2 points. New York yet to score. That all began with a lovely fetch by John O'Driscoll that a ball looked to be going wide off his angle. Held it well. Made the play. And Tompkins was quickly in support. Cork playing with a lot of composure. But it's still 2 points to no score. Here's Teddy McCarthy. And that's another point for Cork. All three of the points coming from the midfield partnership of Tompkins and McCarthy. J.P. O'Kane. Teddy McCarthy filling in at centre-back. Very strong physical specimen is Teddy. Lovely lay back by Larry Tompkins to Tony Nation. Back to Larry Tompkins. Cork played spectacularly. Tompkins, incisive, skillful, makes for himself another free kick, and remember, he scored 2 points in this game. People said that in the pretty confined spaces of Gaelic Park, Cork wouldn't be able to throw the ball around as they did against Dublin in the home final, but they're giving light to that and playing some terrific stuff with Tompkins, Coffey and McCarthy at midfield, the hub of it all. Here's Tompkins. That's 3 points for him, 4 for Cork, and New York have yet to score. So far, New York haven't been in Cork's third of the field yet, except one time. Just one time in 14 minutes of football. This is the second time. Willie Lowry in possession, looking for the first score. And the New York crowd support him with cheers, but they don't kick the ball. Willie does, and it's wide. Good fetch by McSweeney, David McSweeney for New York. Tim Connolly, Martin Connolly. Jimmy Kerrigan comes reaching for that. And Kerrigan does well. The out ball to Larry Tompkins, or Conor Coonan rather. Down towards John Cleary. A push in the back that Jimmy Lyons got away with. Ewan McIntyre, challenged by Paul McGrath. Gives to Jim Donoghue. McEntee. Oh, well fetched by Willie Lowry. Gives the chance to Terry Connaughton. Neither range nor power. And Cork in defence. Play ball to get them out of difficulties. Cahalan to Kerrigan to Tompkins. This is Jim Donoghue, strong, hard-running defender, playing cornerback for New York. Niall Cahalan. John O'Driscoll comes out for it. But Jim Donoghue playing a stormer here in the first half for New York. And Jimmy Lyons eventually makes the clearance. What's letting New York down is slipshod passing when they have possession. They're just giving it away to Cork, and it's hard enough to get it. Here's Vinnie Hatton. Ewan McIntyre. Good ball by McIntyre to Connolly. And he's left Tony Nation, and here's a chance for New York. And it's wide again. Yes, New York against the wind. Combination was good this time. Ewan McIntyre, number 20, was prominent. But again, that's a chance, and it is a pity that they're wasting it, because they may not get too many more. John Cleary, but it's Porrick Dunn for New York. Niall Cahalan. Well, Porrick Dunn is a little unlucky. Foul on John Cleary by Jimmy Lyons. Not as big a crowd in Gaelic Park as they might have expected today for this first leg. So we watch Teddy McCarthy. Teddy McCarthy to Paul McGrath. Paul McGrath's got Jim Donoghue with him. McGrath looks for the post. Kevin Nolan lost it for a moment. It's over the top. And other than a midfielder has now scored for Cork. That was Paul McGrath. Larry Tompkins, what a great individual footballer he is. That's another free for Cork. And New York are their own worst enemies at this moment in the game. And Larry Tompkins with another opportunity. And should he make it, it will be his 4th point. And Cork's 6th of the match. New York still showing a blank. Yes, what an operator he is. The Kildare man from Eadstown, Larry Tompkins. Owns his kick, well fetched by Terry Connaughton. Looking for room for his left foot. And he's got an accurate left foot, but he's taking too much out of that. That's Larry Tompkins with him. And overplaying the ball by Connaughton, played New York into trouble. Here's Dennis Allen with J.P. O'Kane, two veterans, and it's Allen reading in. Far side of the goal is John Cleary. It's opening in front of him, and it's there. Was he in the square? Not before the ball, he wasn't. Paul McGrath made the move. Dennis Allen went for it with J.P. O'Kane. Allen slipped the veteran Belfast man, came in, knew what was on, was far from greedy, and Cleary finished it off in style. Anthony Davis here for Cork, absolutely dominating the match. Cork. Here's Martin Connolly for New York. Willie Lowry, is it to be their first score? Willie battling hard for it, and Willie Lowry has made it 7 minutes to half-time. Well, they waited a long time, and no more experienced man than 34-year-old Willie Lowry to get it. And the big full forward from the Connemara Gaels gives them the score that New York so badly needed. Well done, Willie. Paul McGrath, Cork rampant. Their midfield dictating the match. Knocked down by Driscoll to Allen, and a brilliant save by Kevin Nolan. That is a super save. And it's twice in this match indeed that Nolan has saved goals for New York. Nobody better in a situation like that one-on-one than Dennis Allen, the experienced Gaelic footballer and soccer player. Knows how to pick a spot, knows how to hit with accuracy. That's a very good save by Nolan. Saves 2 points for New York. J.P. O'Kane. Barry Coffey got the knockdown. This is Johnny Owens. Now it's Porrick Dunn. Porrick Dunn, not quite the influence at midfield that New York would have hoped and wished for. Here's Stephen O'Brien, strong man from Nemo Rangers. Johnny Cleary. Cleary to Teddy McCarthy. And Nolan went full blast for that again. There's no doubt about it, this boy Kevin Nolan is really in some form. Look at it again. Cleary on the run-in. Another full-length dive by Nolan. My goodness, he's paying his way in this New York team. Kevin Nolan, the star of the match as far as New York is concerned, putting it into the Bronx sky, and at half-time in Gaelic Park in New York, it's Cork, 1 goal and 9 points. New York, no goals and 1 point. And the New York message for the second half for these spectators has got to be repair midfield or we are lost. Support was slow coming, but eventually came. Porrick Dunn. Here's Willie Lowry. John Cairns, so cool to pick it up. This is the hallmark of Cork, that they play ball deep inside their own 13-metre line. So John Cairns showing coolness under pressure, able to take the ball in the cheek of a Toda hand, and the support play just beside him shows the confidence of Cork. Dave McSweeney here for New York, runs into a Conor Coonahan tackle, runs into another one from Michael Slocum, gives to Mickey McEntee, and Mickey knocks it over the bar, and that's greeted with, if not quite ecstasy, certainly a rousing cheer by the New York audience. Heavy challenge there by McSweeney and Tony Davis. Cork could become a little lax now. Resting on the laurels. John Cairns comes. Mickey McEntee, and John Cairns accepts the pass. That was surely a chance for New York to lift themselves, lift the morale and lift the team. Conor Coonhan though. Vinnie Hatton playing well in the New York defence, the fullback. Indeed, the whole defence has played quite well under a lot of pressure because midfield has been out of it and their attack has been out of it. Here's Willie Lowry. They might use the veteran Willie at midfield to good advantage if they thought better of it. Here's Terry Connaughton. No. And still Cork lead with 12 points. 110 to 2 points. J.P. O'Kane trying to get through a gap. Makes it. Willie Doyle. He's with Tony Davis. Davis does very well. Stays goal side of him. Dave McSweeney, a good ball to J.P. O'Kane. Oh, it's a smashing goal! The veteran J.P. has lifted the spirits of New York. That was a terrific goal. Willie Doyle made the running out on the right. Davis did all he could. Then the ball was played across to J.P. O'Kane. And he found the net in his old style. He was a great player in his heyday, and that was a heyday goal. Can this lift the New York spirits? Just 8 points between them. Whether complacency or not, Cork certainly went out of the game in the first 10 minutes of this second half. Nowhere near as dominant as they were in the first 30. And here's the goal scorer, J.P. O'Kane. Looking to try and get in, but try to do it solo. And it's Tony Davis to get it away for Cork. Jim Donoghue for New York. Now lifting the game. Jim is fouled, and that's a free for NY. Mickey McEntee to take this free kick for New York. Halfway through the second half. Kicks it well. Kicks it so well that it's all the way. And it's Mickey's second point of the game. And New York are right back in it. 10 minutes to go at Gaelic Park. New York have come back into it. 7 points between them. But remember, there's still, after this 10 minutes, another 60 next Sunday. Corkers have now the defence that they had in the league final against Dublin and the same midfield. The only changes being up front, where of course Dave Barry is absent. Larry Tompkins with a faultless first half, both from open play and place balls, has yet to score in the second half. This is the opportunity to repair that. Right, as you can see, on the line of 45. Hits it beautifully. And you can't hit them straighter than that. Over the black spot. Larry Tompkins, the scorer, 7 points for him. And 1 goal and 11 for Cork. Larry Tompkins gratefully accepts it. Out to Teddy McCarthy. Lovely piece of fielding. McCarthy looks for the open man. That's Dennis Allen. Quick transfer to Tony Nation. Cork in full flight. Nation with the score. Started at left half back. Now plays right half forward. And Cork's, after being under threat for a few minutes, are now beginning to re-establish themselves. Johnny Holmes. Horrick Dunn to Mickey McEntee. That's a good shot by Mickey. The umpires look at each other and the consensus is, the two-man consensus is a point. The third for Mickey McEntee, and he's done well. New York's top scorer. Ewan McIntyre to Jimmy Lyons. Here's Willie Lowry. Willie Doyle coming in. Big Willie, and John Cairns plucks it as if it were nothing, and there was a lot of sting in it. And here's a man who's playing with sting. McCarthy to Tompkins. Tompkins challenged by Porrick Dunn, and Dunn desperately trying to get into this game. Back to Jim Donoghue. Michael Slocum here for Cork. Vinnie Hatton, Dave McSweeney, Willie Doyle with Coleman Corrigan. That's well plucked by Corrigan. And as always, Coonahan just outside and waiting for the outball. Jimmy Kerrigan. That's looking for Colm O'Neill. Tony Nation, already 1 point since he moved into forward. Dennis Allen jumping forward, gone behind and wide. That's Porrick done, like his old Offaly days there with that fetch. Looks for Willie Lowry. Gets away from Cahalan, plays McEntee. McEntee looks for support, he's got it here. But Lanny Malloy survives the challenge of Teddy McCarthy's. This is Porrick done. John Kearns watches that one. Go, over the bar. The former Offaly All-Ireland star and the trainer of this team. Porrick done. A good combined New York movement. Willie Lowry had a lot to do with it. And a fine finish by Porrick done. Time is almost up. And Cork probably feel they've done enough to take home the league trophy. They certainly have played a lot of very good football at the end, winning 112 to 1-5. But New York certainly did improve. They're 11 behind at half-time, 7 behind with the finish, but there's still an hour of football to go. Cork's captain is Dennis Allen. Now, this is a strange one. You've twice won the league, and yet you haven't. The league is not over.
I was just saying there a while ago, Jimmy, it's a weird sort of a feeling, really, to be coming off a field after winning by 7 points, and fellas are a bit disappointed today, you know. We still haven't won it, you know, and there's another match to go, you know, so I don't know, is it ever going to end, to be honest with you?
What about the Cork performance today, generally? First half looked like near excellent.
Yeah, first half played well, all right, made a lot of openings and things like that, but in the second half, whether it was a combination of just being complacent or being tired, I mean, we're only here since Friday anyhow, you know, so it might have been tiredness as well, but Billy had a few harsh words to say us inside. We'll be training 2 or 3 times this week, you know, so hopefully we'll have to pick it up a bit again for next Sunday.
We're going to have a look again at the chance you had for a goal. Now, you hit the ball very hard. The keeper did well, actually.
He did, actually. I mean, I was very near to him. I didn't pick a spot at that stage because I was only probably 6-7 yards away from him, so I just said I blasted it, you know, and it was to his near shoulder, and he still got his hand to it, you know. It was a great save.
And you had a good save under the bar. Remember the one...
That's right, yeah. He's a very good keeper, you know, and we'll probably have to give him another few tests for next Sunday. Hopefully he won't be as good.
But still, I mean, you have enough points in the bag now. You're odds on, aren't you?
Well, 7 points up, providing that we don't play the same as we did in the second half today, we should be, you know, safe enough, you know.
And you're in speaking terms, obviously, because you have the New York jersey.
That's right. I'm trying to get well in with the full back there. He might leave me slip a few points over next Sunday.
That match next Sunday will be featured next Friday on Sports World, so make a date for that.
To get the supply of the ball forward. That's Tompkins to Dennis Allen out here on the wing. Oh, Stephen O'Brien's been a very good run forward. He started the move. He's finished it as well. That's a smashing goal. 4 Cork players involved. That is a lovely goal. Terry Connaughton. Nice little flick outside to Eugene McNulty. This is a good chance. Martin Connolly. It's a goal. Oh, that's a good goal. Martin Connolly has scored a goal and 3 points, and now there's just a point between the teams. Larry Tompkins being very tightly marked. 3 players, and 4 players on him. They know all about his threat. Paul McGrath again, swinging it back. Here's Slocum once more. Players calling for it inside. Oh no, Mahoney's completely unmarked. This is a good move. Oh, it's come off the bottom of the upright. How did that one stay out? Now watch this, a rasping shot. And in fact, it comes off Johnny Owens, the wing back.
Well, a let-off there for New York, but it didn't make any difference. The National Football League title going to Cork, but at a huge cost, with the loss of Coleman Corrigan for the championship. And I'm sure that Cork fans asking themselves this week,